featuring Doc, Don Vito, and Keith Cash. Harlem's number one show.
Number one show. Y'all heard what he said, number one show.
Y'all heard that. Y'all know what it is. Number one show. We
Yeah.
do a lot of good things, man. Y'all know what it is. Happy Wednesday. Our second guest. My name is Doc. I shake the block.
Don Vito, voice for the peoples. And we got our second guest on right now. We ain't going to hold up. we going to get it popping. He goes by the name of Jordan. Man, Eric Adams' son, you know, we're going to talk about his life. We're going to get into it with Jordan. So without further ado, Jordan.
Yes,
What up, Jordan?
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me.
Jordan, what up, Chad?
What's good?
Everything's great. Life is good, you know. If it gets any better, I'll be scared. So right now it's good, you know.
That's what I'm saying, man. You know, thanks for coming to the show. I mean, it's your second time. Last time you was in studio.
Yeah,
you know
for sure. And I liked it. The first time I saw the show, I'm like, oh, this is it. You know, Don and Doc got something going on.
Yeah, man. You know, we built it from the ground up and stuff like that. But we appreciate you coming to the show. So just introduce yourself to everybody. Tell them, you know, where you from and where you grew up at, stuff like that.
Definitely. So my name is Jordan. I go by J.O. as far as a rapper name. But I grew up in Hackensack, New Jersey. I went to Hackensack High School. And I went to school for college down in D.C. at American University. And then after that, I spent my years in Brooklyn, in Bed-Stuy. And I was working as a waiter. And I did grad school, and then I was working in the production assistant field as far as TV and film. And so I spent time all over the place. I spent a little time in Los Angeles. I was working at Universal Pictures in the special projects department, and I like to travel a lot, so I can't stay still. Apparently.
Universal Studios, you're talking about, right?
Yeah. Universal Pictures.
Oh, Universal is a separate department.
Yeah. The studios is all the fun with the rides and all that. Universal Pictures is the movies.
Yes. Right. So growing up in Hackensack.
Yeah.
I was like a young
How old are you, man?
I'm 28 right now. Yeah. I'm finishing up my golden year. My birthday in August.
Hackensack.
Yeah, Hackensack High School, Comet.
Right?
Yeah, it is.
Hackensack Comets.
Yo, go Comets, blue and gold.
You know, man,
I love Hackensack. I love Hackensack. A funny story about that is my mom went to Hackensack. My mom's dad went to Hackensack. I went to Hackensack. My great aunt went to Hackensack. You know, so it's a lot of tradition in my family as far as Hackensack. And so my mom's dad was the first black narcotics detective in Hackensack. So people know who our family is. And I played sports all throughout my years there: football, basketball, baseball. Started off with soccer and all that. So I was one of those kids that was known around the town.
Yeah, Hackensack High School, you know, I used to live right up the block. You know what I'm saying? Okay. High Rise is right up there, up the block.
Yeah.
Both of my sons graduated from there. But what I was going to say is that their campus, it's a high school, but look like a college, man. So big, right?
It's top notch. We got a top notch campus.
Top notch.
1,200 kids on the regular.
Yeah, man, it's a good school, man. So so you grew up in Hackensack. You say you travel a lot. So you was in the audio video type of field?
I started off pretty young. I started off modeling clothes for the Daily News. My mom was a reporter for the Daily News at the time. And I used to do like back to school modeling clothes and stuff. And they told me I should go get an agent. So I finally go ahead and get an agent. I'm around like 6, 7 years old. And they said he's not the best looking kid, but he could read well. So they would put me on auditions. I used to never get these auditions, you know? So 2, 3 years go by. I'm like, look, I'm missing baseball practice, football practice. Like, what's going on, y'all? I'm trying to be an athlete. Y'all got me over here acting. So then there came a point in time where they were like, child for this one show called The Backyardigans. And I was around 10 years old at this time. And so I tried out for the show, and they liked me. And they did like a callback for me, and less people were there each time I went. And it was a nationwide search. And then they narrowed it down to me and another kid. And then they chose me to be Tyrone the Moose on The Backyardigans. And from that point, it kind of just changed my perspective. You know, it was like, okay, I finally won one, you know? So it made me more interested in being a part of the film and TV world, which opened up crazy doors for me.
So that was a great experience. I know your mom was proud.
Oh yeah, and she was right. You know how women like to be right all the time. So it was one of those moments. She was like, "I told you so," you know. So
Yeah. The
at
film,
that point in time, what's up?
movie thing.
One more
And
time?
you had the film and the modeling thing going.
Yeah. But it turned into just the film thing once it started rolling because what happened was we won an Academy Award for the TV show. I won an Emmy, a daytime Emmy for the TV
Mm.
show. And so once I started getting checks in my name, I wanted to buy sneakers and video games and be fly and all that. And my mom was like, "Nah, you need to do something to help out your community. You see all the good stuff that your dad is doing, like you need to be on the same path."
Mhm.
I'm like, I'm 10 years old. What's a community?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to come to school like that guy. So
Right.
we had our conversation, and the parents usually always win. So I decided I wanted to make a movie about the importance of education because I saw how a lot of my friends they weren't focusing on being like, a doctor, a lawyer, whatever, something with academics or a scholar. They were focusing on being the hip hop artists, the athletes, the superstars, which is all cool, you know what I'm saying? Because we all look up to them. But I just
Mhm.
wanted my friends to have a backup plan just in case it didn't work out. Because I was taught in my life, to strive for plan A, but make sure you have other options as well. So I'm making this movie, and the coolest part about it was I wanted to get some celebrities in the movie. So I'm shooting for the stars, like LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, whoever. And the majority of people got back to me instantly saying that they wanted to be a part of the film because their kids watched the Backyardigans, the TV show. And so it just turned into one of those relationships where it's like, yo, my kid loves you as Tyrone. I'm like, dude, you're Kobe Bryant. Like, what you mean? Like, this is awesomeness. So it was
Mhm.
just one of those situations where we was able to really like connect on an overall level for sure.
Okay.
Wow. So that was great. So I know why you didn't close the deal on the celebrities getting in your movie.
No. We did close the deal. They most of them were in our movie. We had Kobe
Who's in
Bryant,
the movie?
Michael Strahan, Swiss Beats, Young Jock, Hurricane Chris, DJ Marley Marl, Biz Marquis, Ludacris, we Jadakiss. We had quite a few celebrities
Oh,
in the film.
there's some heavy hitters on there.
Yeah, definitely. And then AMC sponsored a film tour across the United States showing the film. And that was kind of like a pretty cool situation because we were able to go to South Beach. We were able to go to LA. We were able to go to Atlanta and have it so that these kids are able to see this film that I made. And I'm their age. You feel me? So it's like it's really one of those motivational moments where people are like, yo, you guys can do this. You can do this if you really want to.
Wow, that's dope, right
So
there.
what kind of I gotta say this because your father's like a very important man in New York City. What Mayor Eric Adams, what kind of role model was he to you growing up as a kid?
Man, I tell you, it's been an interesting journey. I always say this. My dad is. We had a metaphorical relationship that grew into reality as I got older, and I could break
Mhm.
that down a bit more, because there was a point in time where my father was busy. You know him now as the guy who's up all night, running the streets, making sure everything is safe and copacetic. But he's always been like that. So as a family man, that's challenging. So you need to find someone who actually understands and appreciates your vision and your passion and who's willing to work with you. And that was my mom. Like my mom never had any resentment towards my dad. And she was like, look, he a little busy right now, but we still a family and we still rocking and you still have responsibilities, whether he's here or not. And I
Right.
think her solidifying that kind of just made me look like, all right, well, what is he up to? What is he doing? You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
as I start to see on the news, or there was some time, with the whole Trayvon Martin, he had his hoodie up in the state senate, or him doing the marches with Al Sharpton. I was able to see like my dad's a superstar,
Mhm.
so I was able to commend my dad for sacrificing being around myself to save the city that he loves so dearly, and I felt like
Right.
it was my responsibility as a young kid and as a young man growing up to understand the severity and the blessing that my family has put me into and understand my role in it moving forward. And so with the whole film thing, I feel like that's my purpose. That's my destiny. I feel like I was made to create movies. I was made to create music. That's just what I was here to do. My dad's whole purpose was to make an impact in New York City and make an impact in the country. My mom's
Right.
whole purpose was to show that women are a big piece of a family and they keep the glue together. You know what I'm saying? So we all have very important pieces in our relationship together. And, you know, I feel like I matured pretty quickly, but at the same time, I'm grateful for my parents.
So let me ask you this: do you have any siblings? Because I hear you
Yeah,
mostly.
definitely. I got a younger brother on my mom's side, but that's my full blood brother, and I teach him as much as I can. But I'm not gonna lie, he's taller than me now, so he ain't really trying to hear that much nowadays. You know, he's like 22. He's 22 years old, so he got his
Yeah,
own
yeah.
little swagger going on. So
Yeah, he got them little young boys be a little cocky, you know what I mean?
you
He got
know
the
it,
height
but
advantage on you, huh?
yeah, I'm not gonna lie, he got some style though. So you know,
Yeah,
I let him rock. I let him rock. He's into audio engineering, and he'll sit downstairs in the basement and hit that keypad all night. He wakes up around 6 a.m. in the morning. And he gets to it, and I like his determination. I feel like he picked that up from me, seeing my work habits and seeing how I was able to create stuff for myself. And so I don't bother him too much or bust his chops too much because I like the way that he works overall. You know, he's a good kid.
That's a good thing, man.
Yeah, for sure.
So
For sure.
so I see you made a song that I heard.
Okay. A few of
Uh,
them. I don't know if you heard them all, but I made a few
no,
songs.
no, no. It's one that you sent to my, you know, Ted. The song that you put on one of our ads. It was kind of cool and all that. It was like some conscious rap, but you was going and it was some good clean rap type of stuff. You trying to send a message. You know what song I'm talking about?
I don't know which song you're talking about specifically, but I know when it comes
It's
to
a song
rap,
that we
I ain't
put
got a
on the
match.
Instagram. I put up a post on the Instagram.
Yo. Yeah. No, when it comes to rap, I ain't got a match. I'm the last in the book. And that's real deal. You know how it is. You can't steal. We got some bars all day, every day.
Let me hear some bars.
Mean. I'm swimming and winning. It's just the beginning. I step in the bank and the tellers are grinning. I tell them cloth talk, go check the dinner. Sometimes I sit back and wonder, is this a waste? I mean, we get lectured and forever pressured into a world full of haste and to chase the American dream. But see, that's the part that got me bent. Because when they say the American dream, I'm not so sure what they meant. Because how could my American dream be the same dream that he dreamt or she dreamt? You see, that logic isn't concrete in a world full of cement. You see what I'm saying? And I swear every time I got my eyes closed, I see them remembering me like I made multiple creations, like I'm some sort of Picasso. And God knows, man, God knows if I get my chance, or should I say when, because then I'm speaking into existence. So when I get my chance, you're not going to miss this. For instance, the distance between me and this Hollywood entrance shows the difference between I and those who are oh so pretentious. Come on, man, we can keep it going all day. I ain't playing.
Okay.
I ain't playing.
All right, Jordan. I just want to check you out right quick, see what's going on. So, what direction are you going with your? It seems like it's your real love. The audio, video. You talking about movies? You talking about doing what?
Yeah. So I want to be Ice Cube, you know. I admire everything he did, from him being a part of a legendary music group to him making Friday After Next, and even Are We Done Yet? Are We There Yet? You know, I'm big on the sport, so I like how he's attached to the big three and everything that he has going with them. But ultimately, I'm big on sports, I'm big on music, and I'm big on movies. And I want to be able to put my music into my movies, and I wanted to be able to hold events that are around sports. And so my film company holds a basketball tournament once a month throughout New York City. And we've been doing it all year so far. We're getting ready to have our 5th tournament in Staten Island. And we don't hire, but we get people from around the community. Whoever wants to play, we say, come on, make a team, and we get you a part of it. And our whole thing is keeping negativity off the streets. It's called Heart to Heart. It's number 2 in the middle.
So is that a non-profit organization?
Right now it's just through my LLC, but we're planning to make it a nonprofit foundation for sure. And we work with nonprofit organizations. There's this organization called CHIPS, and it was a soup kitchen that helps homeless women who are pregnant and have infants. And we were able to raise money for their wish list, their Amazon wish list for their food. We did something at the James Weldon Community Center in Harlem, and we were able to give back coats and clothes and a food drive as well. And so we find different organizations, nonprofit organizations that we can partner with so that we can put on an event. We can bring the cameras out. We can bring the community out and unite us all together for at least, 6 hours.
That's dope right there. So you
Thank
said
you.
sports. You like
Yeah,
sports. So what's your favorite
love it.
team?
Oh man, you don't want to hear that. I'm gonna start with the Nets. I'm gonna play it safe. I'm gonna start with the Nets. Shout out Brooklyn Nets. All right.
Okay, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. You know, growing up in Jersey, I was a big Jason Kidd, Vince Carter fan. So
Yeah.
that was my team back when Brian Scalabrine was hitting threes in the corner and whatnot, and we was fighting Chauncey Billups and Ben Wallace to get that Eastern Conference.
Yeah.
So,
When y'all had Richard Jefferson.
So you followed them to
yeah,
Brooklyn.
RJ.
You followed them to Brooklyn.
Oh yeah, for sure,
Yeah, that's a real fan right there, man. It's a real fan.
Absolutely.
They moved them to Brooklyn because they playing in the championship, and you can't fill a seats, man.
Right.
That wasn't why.
This is part of the reason.
Yeah,
Hear what I'm saying. I know I ain't saying that it's a joke, but I know what I saw. You in the
I was there.
And the goddamn all these open seats, like goddamn. They're like the New Jersey only support the Yankees and the Giants and the Jets. They ain't wasn't messing with the.
We like our Nets. We like our Nets. Come on, man. We like our Nets.
Yeah.
But Brooklyn's supposed to have been more of a lucrative opportunity.
100%. And I love the Barclays. I mean, we were in the Izod Center, the Prudential Center. Like it was cool. But the Barclays, you know what I'm saying? Like that's fire. You know what I'm saying? They got a ring to it.
Another coach.
They got another coach.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan, what's his last name? Fernandez, right?
Oh yeah, that kid. I know each other.
The Spanish guy.
Sacramento.
The Spanish guy. I don't really know much about
He came from Sacramento. He was a coach. Yeah, you're right. They said he was leaving. He was taking that spot. I hope hopefully they bring him around. You see my Knicks is regulating right now, right?
Oh yeah, they cooking up. That's what I'm talking. They representing for New York.
That's
what I'm
right.
talking about.
And shout out to the Rangers too, man. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Rangers holding it down.
New York, man. Like, reason why I mentioned that real quick because it's this is your pops lane right here. They're boosting the economy right now. Like a lot of businesses is making down there is making a lot more money than they saying that they made in a long time because normally the Knicks and all of them don't make the playoffs. These Rangers there, but now that they're in the playoffs and they kind of deep, they get a lot of money down there, man. You know what I'm saying? Right
there. For sure. And it's time for it. Like I think that's the coolest thing about sports. It's like not only are you repping for that team, but you repping for the city, and it means a lot to the city. So that when you have that parade, everyone from that city is coming out and celebrating. You representing for the country, and it's a little bigger than just putting the ball in a hoop. Sometimes it has a lot of camaraderie in it, and of course, financial purposes.
So, listening to you talk,
you
seem like you big on like representing the city. Cause I see the passion, even when you spoke about your organization with the basketball. You was like, not only that, we represent our city.
Right.
Like
right.
It's big. So your father is still that into you about like, you know what I mean? It's important to, you know what I mean, for your city and things like that.
He didn't even need to instill it into me. And that's what I mean by like a metaphorical relationship, because like it just happens, like I'm watching him, This is something. It's not like brainwash. It's not training. It's like I'm seeing what's going on in the city. I'm like, damn, this is a guy who just loves where he came from. No matter where he came from, he loves it, and I want to be a part of that as well. And so, growing up, I always felt like New York City was a bit too fast because I grew up in New Jersey. But as I got older, and you do the internships and you working in the city and commuting back and forth, you pick up the heartbeat of the city. And I mean, fortunately for my dad to become the mayor of New York, you pick up a whole different heartbeat. That heartbeat does not stop. So
Mhm.
I've grown to love New York overall through and through. Me living in Bed-Stuy, I've grown to see what it was like while I was in grad school and being amongst everyone there. Like it just made me feel like New York is one of the greatest places in the world, honestly.
Can you see yourself? So went out of line, like trying to go for some type of office? Because you sound like,
Nah, man, nah, man. Nah. I'm an artist. I'm an
yeah,
artist. I'm a writer, you know?
right.
I lead at the
But you
top.
get into the community stuff. That's far as it
Yeah,
goes.
big time. I love the community. I love the community because you know you can who you making art for if you're not making it for your community, you know? Like I
Hmm.
mean, growing up for me, one of my favorite songs was Hard Knock Life by Jay-Z because I was a little kid and I remember just hearing the whole Annie sample and it resonates with me as a kid. But then as I'm getting older, year after year, I'm hearing this song and I'm just hearing the struggles that he is going through as a person. And it's like I was able to I don't know how to put it, but I was able to grow up with this song. I was able to be like, look, life is hard right now, but this is a part of the hard knock life. And so with 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 me being able to create a message within my music and within my film work and being able to combine my music with my film work, we just shot a limited series, part two of our limited series actually. And I'm playing a secret agent. And in this film or in the limited series, there's a private group that's putting special ingredients into food to make people turn addictive and aggressive, like clout chasing zombies. And so
Hmm.
my mission as a secret agent is to figure out who is doing this and how to stop it. But my secret identity is I'm a rapper. And so when people hear my music, they start twitching and turning into zombies and chasing after me. And I
Hmm.
just want to have a whole play on how people turn into someone who they're completely not for clout. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be able to educate, enlighten, and entertain my peers through cinema, excuse me, and through music. And this is a topic that feels very dear to me, and I just plan to keep moving forward with it. But art always should have a message behind it, and I don't want to be caught up in a political agenda. I don't want to make propaganda. I just want to be able to make stuff where this is how Jordan feels, you know? This
Hmm.
isn't, oh, he was paid to do this, or oh, he has to do this, or according to policy with that. No, this is how Jordan feels about the world. This is an educated young black man, and this is how his perspective. One of my favorite writers is Ta-Nehisi Coates. He wrote the book Between the World and Me. And I love it because it's just a pure perspective of how he feels, whether you disagree or agree. And I plan to, or even with Spike Lee, you know, with his films. I just want to be one of those representations of I'm a voice. I'm an educated voice that can speak.
Do you ever take any acting lessons?
Nah, I never took acting lessons before. I had a
You just,
voice coach when I was doing voiceovers, and she was cool. But that was
yeah.
the only thing.
So you just willing it on your own, the lines and all that stuff,
Yeah, I
the
mean,
script.
yeah, that's I started. You know, when I was making my first movie, my mom didn't go to film school. I didn't go to film school, but I had all this money from the backyard again. You feel me? So we
Yeah,
was just
yeah.
trial and error. So I started to get accustomed to it, and by film number two, I was able to get like a little rhythm down. You know, and I look at it like sports. And you know, you build your team up. You find a team that works for you. You have a goal at the end of the season or at the end of the project, and you discipline yourself, you show up on time, and you work hard.
So when you gonna start streaming some of your stuff?
Oh, that's a great question. So I'm planning on putting it into a couple different film festivals. I actually entered into the Harlem International Film Festival, and I'm waiting to hear back from them because I would love for it to be shown in Harlem. But I've
Mhm.
been doing the whole film festival route as of now. I'm looking at going to YouTube, and I have a website, jcolemanfilms.com, and I might be able to just put it up there for people to see it. But I want to be direct to consumers. So I want to figure out a way where I could give content directly to consumers, whether it's me doing a vlog, me showing myself in the studio, doing an audio book, a poetry book, a cooking show, because you know I'll be chefing it up, man. I ain't playing around. So whichever angle I could show where I'm just giving content to consumers and showing my fans that look, we're out here, we're active. If you really want to get into depth, my dad's the mayor, we're doing great stuff. If you just want to stay on this level, listen to my music, come play some ball, come be a part of our community.
So earlier you talked about your organization with the basketball. Is a team
heart to heart.
Everything heart to heart. You're doing everything by yourself, or you have a team?
I have a team. It's a team of 5 of us so far.
Okay.
Actually, my dad's brother's son, his name is Bernard as well. He's been helping me. He's my older cousin, and I shoot for the stars, all the time. Like, oh, this would be cool. This would be cool. And Big Cuzzo kind of like, all right, let's tone it down. Look, it's in 2 weeks. I don't know if we could pull off a whole jumbotron, Jordan. So it's good because we have like a checks and balance system set up. But it's family working together, And usually they say to keep family out of business, but in this situation, it works out because it's all one mind connecting together for one goal.
All right, so y'all got a lot of little intangibles with the family. Everybody see they got their own little talents, and y'all just trying to bring it all in.
Absolutely.
Especially the young part of the family,
Right. Because we see what's going on. And one of the things that really hit for us was on New Year's, and I was actually in a car accident before my dad was sworn in to being mayor, and my face was all swollen and everything. And I texted him the night before, and I'm like, "Hey, Dad, like, are you sure you want me to be there? Because I don't know if my face will be good for the cameras and all that." And so he was like, I wouldn't want you to miss this for the world. You know what I'm saying? This is a moment in time that we won't get back. This is New York history. And then on that day when he was sworn in, he was like, I need you to do something for me. And I need you to hold this picture up of my mom, who just recently passed at that time. And the connection of like family just like charged through me at that point in time, because it made me realize, like, okay, whether I know it or not, whether I like it or not, whether I love it or not, this is my family tree. And this is where my family tree is in New York history. And this is where I am in New York history. And it's up for me to just be a leaf, or to be a branch, or to be a whole nother trunk. And so I realized I need to connect with my family in order to keep the family tree going.
Yeah, I can see that your dad is definitely connected to his family. He loves his family. He definitely loves his community, because when he said to us, and this is why I tell people it's important to go out there and vote. And this man is really, really trying to put down for the city. For him to say, I want to come up here to the Beat 139 once a month to, to stay connected to check in with the people is very important. Because that's why I was telling the people, because we doing our part over here at the Beat 139. We, getting people to get behind them for, the next term, to let them know, listen, for this man to be busy as he is, to say, yo, I want to connect with my people. I want to come once a month. That meant a lot. It should mean a lot it mean a lot to us, but it should mean a lot to people too, that he wants to stay connected and hear people concerns. This the ground level here.
I hear that.
He's on Channel 7 and saying this to mass people. He's saying to the people we can say direct, hey, what about this? What about that? And he not ducking.
The people he
ain't ducking anything.
With Doc, to add on to what Doc is saying too, Jordan, is that, let's talk about you, right?
Yeah.
You mentioned Harlem a couple times, man. You're like, you want to get your stuff in Harlem and all that type.
Yeah. I know a little bit about Harlem.
You ain't been talking too much about like the BX or Queens. You've been saying Harlem, and I know why you say Harlem, because Harlem is a lot of black culture. But far as like for your pops, when he said what he said, that Doc said, is that when he get on regular network TV, his time is short. They got the questions. Wow, over here he can open up and let the people know, like you as his son, letting everybody know, because they don't know about you. They just know you his son.
Not at all. Yeah, definitely.
Who y'all are and get it all out comfortably without having to be going to a commercial break and stuff like that. And when Doc say we from the ground up, is that he can reach a different crowd of people, of voters that's going to the polls, that ain't going to stereotype them, that love a black mayor, you understand, and love a fighter for our community and for New York City. You know what I'm saying?
Both. Absolutely. My first film, I started off on 125th Street and interviewing people up and down the street, doing man on the street interviews. And so Harlem always got a special place in my heart for sure. You know, my grandparents had a ice cream shop on a corner of St. Nicholas, so I definitely know quite a bit about the Harlem.
Yeah, I heard you. That's cool, man.
So we need everybody get them likes up. Get the likes up.
Yeah, that's right. Y'all want to talk to my man Jordan, 646-628-4264. Call him and ask him questions. This young brother here got a lot going on, man. You got a lot of his own stuff going on. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I know y'all can relate to what the brother talking about. So let's go back to the basketball, right?
Yeah.
So when is that supposed to take off?
So we had our first one on January 13th. It was actually in Harlem. Then we had a second one in Brooklyn in Sheepshead Bay. That was February 24th. And then we had one in March at the Longwood PAL. Then that one was a good one. And we had one in Queens at a PAL. And so this one is in Staten Island, but after this one, we're looking at taking it on the road. You know, we're looking at DC, we're looking at Miami, we're looking at Los Angeles. And this is something I want to set it up where I'm using my film company to promote different ball players. And so I created this platform called Zone 6 in New Jersey, and it helps high school kids get recruited by colleges. And it's a platform where we hold training camps and we hold 7-on-7 football tournaments and prep rallies and things of that nature to connect these high school kids with media and connect them with each other. And so we had a couple of All-American kids that went to Ohio State and top tier schools. But I want to create another.
Yeah, so definite appreciate everything you're doing, man. You're doing a lot of big things, and I think that's gonna be a hell of an idea.
Yeah, definitely. It's been received well. That's what we're trying to find. We're trying to find some sponsors. We're looking at working with the ASAP Foundation, and we were able to get a couple of tickets from the Brooklyn Nets for the winning teams. So overall, we're trying to figure out who wants to be a solid sponsor for us so that when we go on the road, we can say this is partnered by such and such. And so we're excited for our future because we have a couple of different companies that are interested, but we just need to find the perfect match for us.
When you look for
and
sponsors,
we got good catering too.
Definite. So when you look for sponsors, do you go hands-on directly or someone from your team?
It's me.
Sponsors?
Yeah, that's one thing about me. I'm really hands-on, and I'm one of those people. If you want something done right, you gotta get it done yourself. And so I'm all in on these projects. I'll wake up early in the morning, write some music, hit the gym. Then I'll go ahead and make my phone calls and figure out how we get the gym locked down. How can I get players? I'm asking players left and right. Hey, come ball, man. Come on, we're gonna catch you on camera. Please, just come hoop. I'll get you some food. You know what I'm saying? Just so that the community can come out and understand that I'm appreciative of everyone who comes out. But my team helps as far as telling me what angle we need to move or how fast we need to move. Where we should be having our next event at and things of that nature. But I'm on the phone nonstop trying to get things situated for this project.
That's dope. So you said y'all move around. How the turnout on the crowd be?
The turnout for the crowd could be better. So I need everybody to pop out. You know what I'm saying? The coolest part about it is the players, because the teams will show up. We'll have 6, 7, 8 teams there. And they'll be ready to hoop, and then we'll be able to, give off some prizes and catch some good footage. But we need to figure out a way to get the crowd out. And I feel like with our event,
step that marketing up, Jordan.
Yeah, you know it.
Nope.
So that's where we could work on that.
If you need some help, man, if you need some help, man, we might can help you out with some marketing and help you get it up, man.
Okay.
This dude he's a basketball fanatic. I'm a basketball fanatic. You know what I'm saying? So that sounds like some wouldn't mind getting our hands in. You know what I mean?
Y'all.
Real talk.
Yeah.
You know, we got the lane for that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because you
Yeah,
got to
even if y'all
get
could
with
come
people that
through.
can help you get it out there. You know what I mean? And it's positive, bro. You know?
Definitely. I appreciate it. I appreciate that for sure.
Yeah.
Yep. Even if
100%.
we do like a little podcast or we bring the beat to one of our events, that'll be pretty cool.
And we pull up
Pull up.
all day
Mhm.
long. Yeah.
That'll be great. Get some commentary going.
Yeah.
We
So
show support and we basketball heads. So
right,
that'll work
right.
way,
So
you
y'all
know?
already know how to talk on the mic. So
All day. You ain't got to worry about that.
right.
We're going to help you sell it,
That-
man. You know what I mean?
That's a great idea. I like that for sure.
Yeah, we could
Yep.
definitely talk about that off camera. So
Mhm.
what else you got going on that we ain't touch on that we don't know about?
Well, this music stuff, I'll let you know. I've been
Mhm.
working on this whole Jersey club house wave, and I'm rapping on it. I'm sliding on these beats. I'm telling you, and it's just been really exciting overall because you know I'm a writer to start off with, so to be able to find like a sound that really fits my style. I'm a real lyrical person. I like old school hip hop, but I know that new school is more upbeat and it's faster paced. So I'm able to find a rhythm that really fits where I want to be. And I grew up listening to jazz and R&B and Parliament Funkadelic. So it's interesting for me to even want to be a rapper because I'm using a lot of different musical elements from just my voice, let alone from the instrumentals. Um, you know, this whole limited series has been cool. And overall, like I'm excited to see what's gonna happen with you know, my pops and his whole election. You know, I want to be able to help him out however I can. I feel like he's doing a great job in the city, even though he was given a lot of obstacles. You know, he walked into a lot of challenges, and
Mhm.
he just you know kept his fist up and was ready to keep going with it. And so the
Yeah,
city is taking shape.
he definitely been holding it down, man. You know,
Yeah.
like he inherited a city that was already, going down. You know,
Yeah.
on all levels. You know,
hmm
not to say that just to be saying it, but it's the truth.
No,
You
it
know,
is. It is.
before he can
It is.
go into his plan of attack, you know what I'm saying? He had to clean up what the last mayor did, and then
Yep.
he getting into his flow. But he started making a lot of people open their eyes, like,
Yep.
okay, you know what I'm saying? Just give
hmm
him a little chance. But he started opening
We're
up
gonna
their
figure it
eyes.
out.
We definitely gonna campaign for him.
Now we definitely on
And
campaign.
what I thought was so interesting was we talk we talk about the migrants and we talk about you know just how the city is going down or how the city has declined over time. But if we look at it, New York is home of some of the richest people in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like it's one of the wealthiest states it's one of the wealthiest cities in the country. It's
Mhm,
up there with Los Angeles and Austin and Miami. So
mhm.
for us to have the struggles that we're having and still have all of these wealthy people around, he is juggling two different extremes. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to sweep up the roaches and open the doors for the multimillionaire. So I commend him on the stuff that he's doing. You know, I still want to see him get a little jump shot off in one of my little basketball tournaments, but we don't have to go down there just yet. You know what I'm saying?
So let
Not
me ask
yet.
you a quick hot take,
Yeah.
right?
Go ahead.
I need you to name the top three rappers from the past,
Oh my
top three
goodness.
rappers present,
Uh
top three
huh.
female rappers, and
Uh-huh.
top three present basketball players, NBA players. So you
All
got the
right.
NBA top three NBA players present,
Yeah.
uh, past and present rappers,
Yeah.
and female rappers. Three at three each. That's four categories.
That's four categories. We're gonna start with basketball. I think the top three players in the NBA. I like Victor. I can't say his last name. Wimbayana. I like Victor. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think he's number one. And the reason why I think he's number one is because of his skill set. You know, he of course he's 7'2". He can put the ball in the hoop, but he can shoot
7'4".
with 7'4", even worse. But he's standing behind a arc, knocking shots down. He's using both hands. He's playing smart. He's keeping the ball high. He's not playing like a lazy tall guy. And so he's learning under Popovich. The way he's going to learn the game is going to be totally different. It's going to be a Kawhi 2.0 because he's going to be able to be a lockdown defender. You're not going to get past a 7'4" wingspan.
He let the
And
leagues in
then I didn't even know that. That's a prime example. That's going to be his stat for a while.
He better lead the league in blocks.
That's going to be his
He
stat
got
for
to
a
jump
while.
and block your shit. You know?
Right. And now
He's not just tall of Jordan. You see his wingspan? Yeah,
it's insane. It's insane. And don't let him jump. He's over the hoop at that point. He's
Over the
tall
hoop.
with a long, yeah.
Like you said, he's a 7'4" dude with all kind of moves.
handle and everything.
Handle everything.
Mhm.
Any banger looks up.
Yeah. For sure. No, he's tough. He's tough. I like Anthony Edwards. I really like Anthony Edwards.
Gotta like him.
Got that
I
heart.
really like.
Gotta
That's
like
what I like. He got that heart and he got that mid-range game. I love a good mid-range game because it opens up the floor. I can either dish it to the corner, I can
Right.
pop it, I can take a step back, hit the three, or I can take it to the cup. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he makes players better around him too.
It's so much better. That's what I love. That's what I love. All right, so this one's gonna be a hot take overall, but you know what I'm saying? Oof.
A lot of talent in the NBA, man.
It's a lot of talent in the NBA.
A lot of young talent too.
Yeah, it's hard, man.
It's a lot of young talent. But I gave it to two young guys already. So I'm gonna go ahead and say Jimmy
King
Butler.
Who?
No. Jimmy
Who?
Butler.
Jimmy
I'm
Butler.
saying Jimmy Butler. And the reason why I say Jimmy Butler is because I seen season after season him carry a team on his shoulders. He's not the biggest, he's not the fastest, but he got that heart and he'll get the job done. And that's what I love the most, you know. You feel secure when the ball is in his hands. You don't know what he's gonna do, but he's gonna make the right decision. And so if Jason Tatum was as clutch as Jimmy Butler, he would have had it. That would have been three youngsters. Right. Jimmy wanted to talk from the sideline, talking about if I was playing, y'all all would have been home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I love that. I like Jordan-like players. You know, I like Michael Jordan-like players.
That killer instinct.
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant type of thing.
Yup.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's what we
All
got.
right, now rappers.
Female.
We got a female rappers. Okay. All right, I got mine. That was oof. All right. So the first one, I gotta give it to Nicki. I ain't gonna cap. You know, Nicki got a lot of bars that I just appreciate overall that are just like, damn, a guy could have said this, or you know what I'm saying? Whoever could have said it, and it still would have been fire. She's been around for some time. She got hit songs, you know, for any crowd, festivals, concerts, whatever. She worked with some of my favorite artists. And so she definitely got a stamp. You know, I love Lil' Kim. She gets an honorable mention, but I'm gonna have to put her on the bench a little bit. I'm gonna go with Cardi B. Hot take for sure. Cardi,
Cardi.
yeah.
My top.
She got
Cardi not my
Yeah. I could totally understand why Cardi's not in your top three.
all the songs go platinum, man. All of them.
That's what I'm saying.
100%.
That's what I'm
But if
saying.
you ask accolades,
That's what
I'm
I'm
saying
Man, Cardi got bangers, man. You crazy?
She
I'm
got
not
bangers.
she got bangers.
She
She
just
got
said,
bangers.
but Cardi's sufficient.
Yeah.
I'm sure nobody's saying. I've been rap from the beginning of rap. Cardi's is
Yup.
sufficient. Her lyrics, everything, her tracks is fire.
Mm-hmm.
That's-
And her looks, she
holding
put it
it
all
down.
together. She got the Nicki Minaj effect.
Yep.
And then the last one, who I will never ever overlook, is Remy Ma, because she will put you in your place. That's Jimmy Butler right there.
Yeah. Remy
That's
Ma,
Jimmy Butler.
Yeah,
That's, give me the ball. I know what to do.
yeah, Jimmy Butler all day with the heart. Crazy.
Yo, not playing. Now, old school rappers. I hate to say it, but is Jay-Z considered old school?
If you want him to be,
Yeah, he old
you
school.
can say Jay. Yeah,
Cool.
Yeah.
Jay, look, Jay still got it. You know what I'm saying?
He's not, but
Jay
he's
still
old
got a
school.
verse.
old school.
He old school.
All right.
LeBron
So
is
yeah.
old school, but he's still playing ball. He still
Yeah.
got it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you right. So yeah, Jay's number one for me as far as old school. I love Nas. I love that Nas is still going. You know what I'm saying? I love that Nas is still going, man. Cause it gives fellas like me hope just to keep it going, moving forward for myself. And then third, old school. Who do I really listen to? I'll give it to Big, you know, honestly, because Big did it. You know, RIP to a legend, but Big did it, you know. Live from best style, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yup. Now new school. Who do I like from the new school? Man, I listen. I love J. Cole, but he ain't do what he was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? From a rapper's point of view, he didn't do what he was supposed to do. I
Right.
understand maybe from a career point of view, but from a rapper's point of view, I could have seen some rounds with J. Cole and this whole rap beef that's going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
Now, see, that's the honorable mention. Lil Wayne is number 2 in my eyes. I would definitely put. Actually, I'll put Lil Wayne as number 1. He's still going. He kind of has that Nas effect, but he has it in a way that's different. Nas is trying to teach you something. Lil Wayne is trying to educate you and entertain you. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to teach you a new word. He's trying to teach you a new phrase, but he's also talking some BS. And it's going to rhyme and it's going to flow. And you're going to be like, how did he just rhyme that word with that word? How did he connect that concept with that
Metaphors is
concept?
crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's metaphors. Serious.
It's insane. It's insane. I study it to this day. So yeah, I would definitely have him as number 1. And then I got Drake, you know. I love Drake. I feel like overall what Drake has done in his years of work has been fascinating. I know that people talk about his ghostwriters. I know people talk about, you know, him being a culture vulture and hopping all over the place. But I think personally the sound that Drake has created for himself has been impressive. And not only has it been impressive, but it's been catchy. You know what I'm saying? Like everything Drake put out has been one of those bangers where it's like, yo, turn us up, you know? And I respect that and I like that. Now, did he win this beef? Of course not. Do I want him to get back in the ring? Of course, you know. I'm kicking the towel over to the curb and telling him to get back out there because, you know what I'm saying, he got torched. He got torched up. But I will say that this industry is interesting because the rap beefs now compared to what we heard back in the day is totally different, and you're allowed to say different things, whether they're true or not or whatever. And I think that it there needs to be new guidelines set, not by the gatekeepers, but just like a overall conversation amongst people who enjoy hip hop. What are the guidelines as far as setting a beef? Because you know nowadays people are killing each other like that. So you have to watch what you're saying, who you say it to. But at the same time, ain't nobody trying to listen to no punk BS on a radio. So there's a fine line between the two, you know, with this whole drill rap scene going on. What if there's a beef between these situations? How would that rap beef go off, and what would that sound like? What would be appropriate in that space? And so I think overall, you know, we need to check the rules and figure out how we're gonna regulate beefs moving forward. Um, I wish Drake pulled the whole takeover, bringing the Michael Jackson, you know what I'm saying, someone out, you know what I'm saying. I wish he would have found a co-sign from someone that, look, man, I don't even know why I'm dealing with this. But Kendrick handed it to him, and I got to give it to Kendrick. You know, he came to play, and you
Not
cannot
like
deny that. You cannot deny that. He is not like us, apparently.
woo.
Ain't no way you're gonna make a banger like that, excluding someone. This song is all about him not being like, come on now. Come on
Ethiopia
now.
was fire.
Huh?
Euphoria was hard.
That was one of the greatest diss tracks I've ever heard.
Oh my God, Euphoria.
That was one of the greatest diss tracks I've ever heard. And the way that he moved about it, it was like counterpunch. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you drop, I'm going to drop. Okay, you go talk about this, I'm going to talk about this. Okay, I'm going to really get into this and dig into you because you don't like that. Like, come on now. That's textbook. That's textbook right there. That's
He did
textbook.
like 5 songs.
Yeah. Yep. And we won't hear from him for another 2-3 years.
Yeah.
After that.
Yeah, you ain't gonna hear from till 2028.
Yeah, shout out to Kendrick though.
The thing
Shout
about
out to Kendrick.
the battles is been around since the beginning of rap.
Right.
Battles, battle rapping, people going at each other. That started with the old school. But my thing is, as long as they keep it on friendly,
On record, yeah.
but going at each other, keep it on record, and not start, hurting each other. That's where I draw the line. You know what I'm saying?
You
Like
know,
one of the security guards got shot. They don't know where it came from, but they trying to link it to Kendrick. You know what I'm saying?
But
yeah,
that's
yeah,
always
yeah.
Toronto. I like.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, you might have a
No.
Kendrick fan in Toronto. I don't mean
And
nothing.
then,
You know what I'm saying? You
House.
can live anywhere. I'm just saying in general, this is what the police or the investigators are trying to link it to that. And I hate when they start doing that and then bringing up old beats. Then they brought up Biggie and Tupac because Drake he ain't from the United States,
right.
but they saying over
It's
East,
like East Coast.
whatever,
Yeah.
bringing everything back up because of that.
Yeah.
That's the part I don't
That's
like.
how they eat. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, false media.
So we got our
No. The number 3 in that group, Jadakiss.
Jadakiss.
Jadakiss is always going to be in there. He said top 5 dead or alive, right?
Sure did. Sure did.
I want to
Sure did.
give a shout out to Ace. Ace sent a chat, sent the donation to the show. We appreciate you, Ace, for the donation.
Solid.
He said this show is fire.
That's what's up.
Thanks, Ace, and appreciate everybody who hit the Cash App. Jay put the Cash App up there in case anybody want to donate to the show. The Cash App. That's a good 3.
Yeah.
Good 3.
And then you need 3 on someone else.
Nah, we good. He doctors want to check out your personality, man. See what you like in the game and sports and entertainment. Being that you brought it up, your film projects, right? You say you about to drop something before the year's over.
Yeah, for sure. I plan on having a film screening too, where I can show the part 1 and part 2 together. And what I plan to do is I plan to go to state to state, and I want to go to schools, churches, book clubs, wherever I can, show the movie, talk about what it was like making the movie, and perform. And then if time permits or if the weekend permits, we hold one of those basketball tournaments or a football tournament in that city. You know what I'm saying? That way we can have the entertainment of the arts and the sports connecting together for a weekend. And that's like my overall plan. So what I want to do is, and y'all are definitely invited to it, I'll keep y'all posted, to have a premiere for part 1 and part 2 and perform at this premiere. So you all can see the music videos inside the show, and then I rock out the stage and show some of the new music that we have as well, just so that people get familiar with me being a filmmaker and with me being a music artist.
All right, cool. So before we go, right, because I know you gotta get some rest.
Yeah, I gotta get to recording. I got some songs I was writing on the plane earlier. Yeah,
you up, but can you tell me about your social media links if they want to get at you?
Absolutely. My name is Jordan Coleman Fully. You can find me on Instagram at JAYOO, and there's an underscore on both sides. And if you go to jcolemanfilms.com, you could catch some of my trailers from my first couple of movies, my documentary, and my feature film. And you can catch some clips from the Heart to Heart as well. We have a Instagram page for the Heart to Heart. It's called H2H Tournament. So H2H Tournament. And then I have an Instagram for my film company called J Coleman Films. And so you can reach me at JO H2H Tournament or J Coleman Films or jcolemanfilms.com.
All right, J.O. But before you go, right, can you tell them what Harlem's #1 show is,
Harlem
man?
#1 show.
You already know it's the beat. Stop playing 139 all the time. It's
39. Featuring Doc, Don Vito, and Keith Cash. Harlem's #1 show.